every country in the world has problems.
Worry though, you know what I'm saying?
Kila mtu akajua kwamba huyu dogo sio tu kama anaangalia NBA, anaangalia franchise.
Continue na penda continue.
Hey yo, what it do? Shule ya leo ndo hii babu, mambo worry though, you know what I'm saying? Nini na nini. Leo tunapiga vitu vya Kiingereza. Wanangu shule mmeenda mjaenda. Leo ndo mtajua maneno kama kipa au wakipo. Welcome my friends. Hello Abby.
How are you?
Hey, naambie bro.
Hello my brother. Karibu sana, karibu sana. I want everybody to introduce themselves. Like,
okay.
Who's Abby? What you doing?
Hi, my name is Abby Plaatjes. I am a media personality and a very new author on my very first memoir. Yeah, I've been in media for 20 years this year. It's actually what I'm celebrating is my 20th year this year in media. I am originally South African, but I've lived in Tanzania for 20 years.
20 years. Wow.
Why didn't you say what you did back in South Africa?
Media?
No.
What?
Big
Brother?
Oh, yeah.
We can talk about Big Brother. We can talk about it. It's cool.
It's part of your career though.
It is. It's actually the springboard of my career.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, for real. No, shout out to Big Brother then.
Shout out to Big Brother. I love it.
Shout out to
you did Big Brother, right? That's
what
it.
What about you, my bro?
Yo, naitwa ni Cassius Agwanda.
Cassius. Kama jina fulani.
No, it's a Greek name. No, it's a very Latin Greek name.
Oh.
Yeah, for real.
Excuse us. Okay.
Nakumbuka okay, I'll get back to that. Lakini nipo Clouds Media.
Yeah.
Nilianza kama mtangazaji lakini sasa hivi ni mkuu wa ubunifu maudhui, head of creative content. Yeah. Nikiwa high school I used to write, nilikuwa naandika like articles, like no and let me tell you one thing, I'm a very good writer.
Awesome.
So like I used to write, naandika makala.
Yeah.
And this is how crazy it was, because I was taking those white papers, I'm taking my pen, naanza kuandika from the beginning to the end, bila kukata wala kupunguza kitu.
Wow.
Okay. Yani without cutting or nothing. Then kwa sababu I remember nimesoma Umbwe High School. So ikuwa kuna board, so where people used to line up for food, pembeni kwa kuna board ya wanafunzi, like where a notes board, right?
Yeah.
So I used to go pin my articles there about football. You understand? So
about football.
Yeah, by that time.
Okay.
No, but then I was playing basketball.
Oh, okay.
Tango level. Like I used to, because I knew everybody loves football, you understand? So nilikuwa na pin mwanzoni, unajua kuna, you know there are always hooligans. Anakuja, anatoa, anachana.
Crazy.
Lakini I'm telling you, in 3 weeks, 4, even teachers were waiting for that moment. Wako ofisini, wanakuja kusoma what I've written.
Nice.
So then what happened to that?
You understand? So now, what happened was, nivo maliza, when I was done with high school, I started writing on Facebook. So Shafi Dauda, you know Shafi Dauda. Shafi Dauda spotted one of my articles on Facebook.
We love Shafi. Nice. Shout out.
You understand? So he spotted one of my articles on Facebook. Alivyoiona akaipost. So nikamfuata DM.
Yeah.
Yo bro, nice ni vijana wake actually. So yeah, because Shafi is a busy guy. Ana watu wanaenda accounts zake. So nikamfuata nikamwambia, boss, that's me. You understand?
Like
akaniita. I remember my brother Daniel alini drive mpaka Clouds on a Sunday. Shafi akaniambia, wewe ni one of the best writers I've ever seen. Umenielewa? Yeah. So ilipotokea ikawa ni kwamba, so now what happened was, I was ndo nimeingia chuo. You understand? So nakumbuka Shafia akanipa opportunity ya kuanza because I was afraid of media, like the cameras and everything. I was like, you remember, you were there. Like, I'm like, what's all this? Akaniambia, you remember Sports Back when you Masud Maestro and everything, and him ingia uongee michezo. And I'm like, I don't think if I'm naongea vizuri kama navo andika because wordplay niko vizuri sana. Yani like I have wordplay, I can use metaphors, everything. So nikasema I don't know.
Sasa unajua kuaga msanii kama unajua mambo wordplay.
No, tunaelekea huko nitakuelezea. Umeelewa? So what happened was baada ya pale mimi nikawa narudi chuo narudi na I come back to Clouds like nakutana na Sua Morogoro, so na imake ni likizo, so narudi all that, umeelewa? So nakumbuka Real Madrid wanakuja, you remember the legends, Shafika nchukua kanipeleka, and that's why I'm always very so much I love him, bro, like no homo, like I love him, he's a guy who put me on the map, umeelewa? So baadaye Shafia kanambia, why don't you write articles then ziwe narrate in the voice, nisikike kwenye radio, kwenye kipindi. So I started doing that. Then Mwananchi Communications approached me.
Nice.
I started doing kitu kinaitwa Gozi la Ng'ombe, you understand? So Ruge akamuuliza Shafi, hizi makala zinazosomwa, who is the author, who is writing them? Naye anaandika. So ndo nikaenda kuonana na Ruge akasema, wow, we need this kid here. You understand?
Ruge was always about that life, though.
Yeah, you understand? So nimemaliza chuo mimi, nimeenda Clouds moja kwa moja. I didn't even take cheti changu mpaka leo.
What's your title of the book?
Oh, we want to go there? Yeah. The title's called The Life in My Men.
In what?
In My Men.
Yeah, no, but I saw it. No, you came to Clouds. I saw it.
Why didn't you tell me to bring a book, Junior?
Oh, wow. In your men.
Yes, it's called The Life. So when you think about it, or like just off the top of your head, what do you think?
If you ask me?
Yeah, both of you.
If you ask me, okay, I haven't read the whatever. I haven't.
No, I'm just saying, just the name, just the title.
Yeah, in your. I
mean, maybe because I'm not a writer or something, but I could say maybe you wrote a lot about your man. Maybe
no,
broke your heart,
I'll be different.
Make you happy or something.
One man?
I'll be different. I'll think.
Man.
Plural.
Man.
I'll think.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, this is the way.
Maybe.
Okay.
You talked about like the.
Don't go to the exes.
Lifestyles or something, like what you hate, what you love, what.
If you're
right. You're not wrong.
Okay. I will think of the book is about the description of men who have been very much influential in your life and who have made you to be the Abby you are today.
Well done to our Greek god.
Cheers.
Okay, writers. Yes.
Cheers for that. Okay. So, so you do kind of have it right. It is definitely about the different men who impacted my life, whether it was positive or negative. But yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to men. Basically, I feel like as women,
clap hands for us.
You know,
clap hands for us.
Oh, I have to. Oh no, I can definitely.
Thank you so much.
Shout out to my men. No, I think that women right now, we have carved our way. We're still fighting. We're always gonna fight, but we've carved our way. We have our voice. We have our space. You know, we're getting the recognition. We're getting seen. We're being heard. Because of that reason, I didn't want men to feel left out. I don't want men to feel lost. I don't want men to feel like they don't know what their space is, who they are, where they belong, how they fit in. I didn't want that. I have a son. So I see he's 17. Yeah. So I don't want my son to go through and grow up in a space where he feels like he doesn't belong, or women are in control, or we were talking about men being the providers earlier on. Yeah. You still hold that space, and so much more than that. I just didn't want men to get lost in this whole scenery. So I wanted to honor them. I wanted to celebrate them. I wanted to let them know that we think you're fine, and we still got you. We still got you.
I love that. Abby,
Yes.
do you think like presenting made you like maybe you could write like 4 or 5 books, but because you're busy presenting, keep most of the time on focusing on your presenting more than writing?
No, my dream is to be a full-time writer.
For real?
Yeah, that's my dream. To be a full-time writer, to be on radio till the day I die, because I love radio. Radio is my heart.
So you love to talk.
I love radio, yeah. Like
Yeah,
I
you love to talk.
it's not that I love to talk.
Okay, you love to express yourself.
I do like to express myself. But also I like the authenticity that radio has. It's real media. It's like these days, media it's losing its authenticity. It's losing its realness. It's losing its worth. Whereas before, people used to believe what goes on in the news. People used to believe, but now we have all these other platforms that are growing, social media, kila kitu, tabloids, blogs, everything.
So you think this digital and shit like really made radio to be like maybe thrown or something?
No, radio's timeless. Radio will always be there no matter what. Radio will continue till the end of time. If the world blows up tomorrow, you can find radio waves to communicate. Do you know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Yeah. So it's eternal. It's never gonna die.
So it's not really like TV killed the radio. Is it? No?
TV did not kill. Just because you have visuals. I think it's more beautiful when you're able to paint a visual with your voice.
That's a very good expression. And
Yeah.
then to add on that, remember, you're talking about the essence of social media. Unfortunately, social media speaks on the very small part of content.
Exactly. But the world doesn't understand that.
You understand? Because, okay, I'm giving you an example today. Cynthia, you have a person reporting about Israel and Palestine, but then they'll just post a video which is 30 seconds on Twitter, and they'll just say this is what's happening. But then radio will give you the extended.
We'll give you the story.
So the only thing that most medias, especially in Tanzania, by the way, are ruining is they are focusing on making news on social media than the way they make them on radio.
Okay.
You understand? But then it was supposed to be social media can bring a snippet of it. Like, it's because you cannot do much on social media because that's what people tunashindwa. Because remember, everybody unajua kwambie, and that's a problem tunayo, sio Tanzania, duniani. Yani itatoka taarifa kipande cha sekunde 30 seconds.
Kweli.
Then mtu anatoka ana conclusion zote tajiri. Yani ana taarifa yote, atakuja atakupa mkeka ambao utakuta WhatsApp unaambiwa Bwana Charles amefanya 1 mpaka 60.
Na chumvi nyingi.
No, because you know what happens? No, you know what happens? Because there's editorial. So inaweza kuwa ni sekunde 30. Unajua hata sasa hivi you can do 30 seconds. Ambazo mtu ambaye yuko nje ukipost on social media atasema Abi anazingua. Just because you picked one word from her, one word from me, and one word from you.
It's called,
then you put it together.
It's called sensationalism. You have to do that in order to grab people's attention. And unfortunately now, because there's so much content, because there's so many platforms, everybody's trying to steal your attention. You know, so they rarely care about the truth anymore.
Lakini nakuhakikishia, people listen. Remember, the amount ya magari yanayoingizwa nchini kila mwaka. It's a lot of cars. And people listen because they need to get news. You understand? So social media, hata ukiangalia the algorithms, whatever, it's in a way utaambiwa kuna muda mtu akiamka utaambiwa ni saa 11, saa 12 ndio it's very high. Watu wanaangalia. Then utaambiwa ni saa ngapi. So what are people doing hapa katikati? People listen to radio.
They're listening to radio.
Hapa swaping.
Or podcasts.
Kwa sababu like muda mwingi mtu ukiwa kwenye gari lazima utasikiza radio. Hata kama sometimes simu yako imezima charge huwezi kuunganisha bluetooth, maana unasikiza radio. Abby. What made you to living here, not in your country?
South Africa?
Yes.
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind?
Yeah.
Tell me a beautiful story about it. Why do you decide to live in this country?
Because Tanzania is extremely peaceful.
Thank you.
No, it's true. When I came here, I mean, there was I met my baby daddy when I came here for the first time.
Baby
daddy. He's my baby daddy. But yeah, so I met him when I came here, and you know, we fell in love. We had 2 kids. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. But the life that I have here, I could never give to my children in South Africa. South Africa is a wonderful, wonderful country. I love it very much. I'm proudly South African to the day that I die. But just on a logistics matter, crime is at an all-time high in South Africa.
Yeah.
We are, I think, the 4th highest country in the world for domestic murder.
Are you? The US is up.
No,
the US is up
now.
I don't know where the US is, but we are number 4 in the world.
It's blowing. Like if the city is blowing, like in the business way or something. There is much crime. Clearly. But also in South Africa, there's a huge gap between the extremely wealthy and the extremely poor.
That's true.
There's a massive gap. So there's all
more
these.
Than India? Do you think?
Oh yeah, there's a massive. India's got more people.
So the difference is China, India. It's very difficult to compare to South Africa.
Yeah.
Because those guys have
just
like a billion
wise.
people. Like,
just population wise.
Because their level of the difference is much huge.
Yeah.
Because of the way the countries are. You understand? China and India are like out of that. You cannot compare them to South Africa.
Yeah.
South Africa, the US, that's because of the gun.
Well,
I don't know.
The US you can't compare because the US is like a whole continent. You know, it's like a whole lot of people. But yeah, you know, South Africa is what
65
million people or something now.
Yeah.
And you've got a woman being raped every 3 to 4 seconds in that country. You know,
South Africa.
Every 3 to 4 seconds, seconds. A woman gets raped in South Africa. It's been called it's been tagged the rape capital of the world. It's intense. And if you look at, that's why I said, if you look at logistics, if you look at statistics, when you raise children or you want to have a proper life, it's probably not the place that you want to live. You know? That's why I'm always, for me anyway.
No, you're right, because the rate of when the US is crazy, but the rate of when unakutana in a stories like just like I was like last like a month two policemen killing themselves, and I'm like, like one killing another one, and I'm like, and you know, like our AK died, bro. We all know that. Like that. That's normal in South Africa.
Yeah, and those are the stories that are reported.
He's a famous person, but then that happens like every time.
All the time.
Because every time I got the US, I mean to South Africa, especially when I work with the NBA, like they monitor me where I go.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have to, to raise your kids. It's almost like in America where you have to have, when your son is a certain age, you have to have a conversation with him about how to behave if he gets pulled over by the cops, if your son is black or a person of color. In South Africa, it's the same thing. You have to have a conversation with your children when they 5, 6, 7 years old about how to protect themselves, about how to avoid danger, about what to do, how to dress, blah, 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 where to go. Do you want to really raise your children like that? So I had a choice, thank God. I had a choice. I could either go back home or I could stay here. And I chose here. I mean, every country has the issues. Every country in the world has problems, issues, nini, whatever. Sawa. We know this. Lakini, I would rather put up with the problems of this country than to put up with the pleasures of South Africa. Because, once again, logistics.
I love Tanzania.
It makes... My kids grew up free here. You know, like free. I didn't have to call somebody, make... yes, play dates, but my son is in the road. You have to watch. No. They grew up running on the beach. They grew up playing with whoever they wanted, making friends, going wherever, taking their bikes, riding wherever. In SA, you can't do that.
Yeah, it's so peaceful.
You can't do that.
Do you want your kid to be like a presenter, maybe an athlete, maybe
anything? My son is an athlete.
Oh, okay.
He's a professional athlete. Yeah.
What does he play? Soccer?
Yeah.
Soccer?
Yeah, he's in Italy right now being scouted. Yeah.
Nice. I love that.
No. I'm full support of sports. I'm a sports mom. I'm in full support. My daughter's an artist. I'm in full support. And my kids must be whatever they want to be. I don't want to prevent them. I don't consider myself to be an extremely traditional African woman. I'm very much an African woman. I do withhold a lot of the traditions, but I'm also of the belief that we need to move with modern times and we not to adjust our culture in any way, shape, or form, but to have the foundation of our culture. That is what's most important. You must have the foundation of your culture in order for you to move in the modern world. Not to lose it.
Yeah.
Not to lose. That's why I'm saying, with you guys, with the NBA, invest in grassroots level.
So the NBA is investing in the grassroots.
Yeah.
But then at the end of the day, they cannot do it extensively.
Yes.
Because again, remember, one thing people don't understand is the NBA is like Elements. No, okay, let me put it in a proper way now. Element is a commercial brand. It's in Tanzania.
Yeah.
So Elements can extend to everywhere when they decided.
Yeah.
Right.
So NBA is an association in the US, but the major overseas of the world in basketball is FIBA. So you understand? But then NBA is bigger than FIBA. You understand? FIBA inasimamia kila kitu duniani.
Chama basketball.
Lakini NBA ni shirikisho, sio hata shirikisho. Ni taasisi ambayo inahusisha wamiliki wa timu ambao wamekuja pamoja.
Yeah.
Na hii ni baada ya major.
Msema tena shirikisho?
No, nisitumie shirikisho because shirikisho is a federation. Ni association, so ni taasisi. Umenielewa?
Taasisi ambayo
na ndio kitu ambacho watu waelewi. Umenielewa? Kwa sababu kuna American basketball. That's it. Ndio inasimamia hata timu ya taifa ya Marekani. Lakini ninapokuja NBA ni chama, actually ni chama, si ndio?
Chama
ambacho kimeungana pamoja. Ilikuwa ni major ya 90s huko mbali, umenielewa? Ikatengenezwa NBA, umenielewa? Timu 30 na mpaka sasa hivi wanapambana waongeze timu zingine ambacho kila timu ina mmiliki wake. Maamuzi yanayofanyika ni maamuzi ambayo yanatokana na wale wamiliki kukubaliana. Sika umenielewa? Kwa hiyo wale wamiliki wameemploy commissioner ndo anayesimamia everything. Kwa kama kuna makosa yoyote ile commissioner ndo ana present. Kwa mfano kama kuna tuseme mmiliki amezingua, ile commissioner anaileta kwenye ile body, inaitwa board of governors. Ambao ndo wale wamiliki. Hapa bana Charles kazingua 1 2 3. Mnasemaje? Umenielewa? Kwa hao 29 wengine, maana timu 30. Hao 29 wengine wanasema Charles bwana amekuwa racist sana bana. Kwa hiyo anatuharibia brand. Tumchomoe. Kwa hiyo tumchomoe kama kumchomoa ni kwamba huyu inabidi apate tajiri mwingine anunue timu ili huyu afanyaje? Achomoke alipwe hela yake.
Abby. What challenges do you get on your career?
when I'm on my
your career, yeah, like
everything.
There's
Everything.
a lot of challenges.
There's a lot of challenges, and then I'm a woman, which makes it even 10 times harder.
Oh,
Because
I thought like maybe women gonna be like, you know.
no, because that's what you'll think.
That easy and shit.
Exactly.
Never.
That's what you'll think. You'll think because we're women, we can flirt. We'll just get it. It's okay. No, and that's the problem.
Daddy.
That's the problem. That's the problem is that we are forced to use our sexuality in order to get anywhere, and that's not how it's supposed to be.
You think forced? No, you're using your sexuality.
No, it's
Like,
forced.
It's false. And
It's forced.
It's a false perception.
It's forced because, and I'm going to tell you why. When you are in a position of power, you can do and whatever you want. When you own, I don't know, whatever huge company,
A business, yeah.
and you're the head of that company, and everybody knows, doesn't everybody want to be that person's friend?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody wants to be that person's friend. And then a woman has the advantage of being sexually appealing. So it's easier for her to get in the door. But it's not because she wants to be perceived as that. It's because she's forced to be. She would never be given time of day if that is not on the table. I've been turned down so many jobs. You guys do not understand how many jobs, big jobs, I've been turned down because I refuse to have a dinner with the owner or go on a date with somebody or say hi to this person. Yes.
Really?
So I'm talking about over 50.
50?
You're kidding.
Whoa, that's
This is the realness of the situation. This is what women deal with especially in this industry, especially in this industry, in media, entertainment.
No, oh yeah,
especially in this industry.
That's I agree.
Kabisa.
Oh yeah, that I agree.
There's an expectation which has reached a point where women feel that they have to and they don't. But because we're also aware that if we live from the place of our integrity, it's going to take us 10 times longer. It's going to be 10 times harder. We're never going to earn the same money. We're always going to work, so much more.
You know, so, Abby, I'm not mentioning names. There's this girl, like, she's in media. And that's where, like, a part of women, being a woman, I was intrigued. I was like confused.
Yeah.
Like, a part of woman, because I was like, the last time I saw her posting about she's happy about no, that's what I'm talking about, the industry in Tanzania. She's so happy and afurahia. Oh, Rihanna performed the Super Bowl, ameonyesha mimba nini na nini, and then the next time nakutana naye and we're talking about the same subject, namwambia, hey, vipi boyfriend wako vipi? Anambia, what? Nipate mimba mimi. It was just use it too. Umetoka kunambia unafurahia.
It's like that.
No, and I'm like, so nikaja kuelewa kwamba our cultural difference ina play part big kwa sababu ni kwamba kwenye akili yake ni kwamba akishasema kwa watu ni mjamzito, anaonekana kuna crowd kubwa ya watu anaipoteza. Lakini at the same time hiyo crowd anayoipoteza ndio inamshabikia na Rihanna. Lakini another thing to counter what you say, kuna alikuwa mkurugenzi wa Pepsi, ndio pale nilipojua wanawake wanapitia nini. Aliongelea being a CEO wa Pepsi, namna ilivyokuwa inamuendesha. Akasema, so now she had to be a mother to a child, a wife, a take care of her mother na baba yake, a take care of her
a husband,
a husband na wazazi wake. Lakini another thing ilikuwa she had to be a take care of the company. So she had like,
but that's 7, what we do.
No,
and we
that's
do it effortlessly.
So she was saying she had like 7 Kwa hiyo ikafika muda because she was promoted to being a CEO. she was promoted to being a CEO. Ikabidi PA wake ageuke, like turn out to be like assistant. Yani kwa hiyo PA wake ilibidi ajue, yani mtoto akitoka nyumbani akipiga ampati mama yake, ampati mama, anapiga simu kwa PA. Kwa PA anamuuliza, "Hi, umekula?" Yani PA kwa sababu mama yuko kwenye vikao. PA anamuuliza, "Umekula?" Anasema ndio. Okay, tizama movie for 30 minutes or 1 hour. Ukimaliza pumzika kafanya homework. Anasema mimi I didn't even know my PA took care of my children.
Yeah, but that's what we go through.
Yeah,
I love how you're mentioning
that's
that.
how it starts.
But we go through that every day.
Yeah.
That's just our life.
Let me ask you something, yeah?
Yeah.
You have two kids?
Yeah.
All right. So, what if someday your kid came to you and told you like you don't have time for him, but because you're too busy working for them, you know what I mean? But the kid doesn't appreciate that.
I hear you.
Yeah.
So I've learned something about us. Our kids won't get it in the beginning. They'll only understand later. And the one thing that I did, and I promised myself, is that I'm going to make time for my children. And I have. Like, I work 3 jobs now. Before I worked 4. But on a half day on Saturday and all day Sunday, I don't work. I stay with my kids.
So on your weekends,
Kabisa with my kids. I'm not on the phone. I don't go to events. Nothing. I'm home. We swim for my kids. For my kids.
I love that.
And I think it's really important. And just yesterday, because I just came back from a trip, and my friend was staying with my daughter for a while I was gone. And she said, "Abs, you did such a good job with your kids." And I was like, "Why?" She was like, she was having a conversation with my daughter. And my daughter said to her, "I wish my mom would try to enjoy her life more because she keeps working."
Oh my God, that's
I wish
love.
my mom would make more time for herself. Are you kidding me right now?
Wow,
Like,
that's love.
yo,
I love that.
No, for real.
Oh, that's love.
I was like, okay, you're 15. Why? Like, but she was like, "No, Abs, like," she's like, "Your kids love you. Like, they love you."
What's your daughter's name?
Nova. Yeah.
Hey,
shout out to Nova. And Twari. I'm super proud of them. I really am. I'm parents, we are very hard on ourselves. We don't ever give ourselves the credit that we should, and we don't ever take the credit that we should for our children for the work that we do with them. But when you have, and that doesn't happen very often, yeah. Your kids don't be saying things like that very often. But when they do, it sticks with you. It's like, okay, I'm doing something right. Something's right. It's, like, because you doubt yourself all the time. I'm working again. I'm busy again. I'm going out again. I'm partying again. I'm entertaining people. Like,
I'm not a parent, but I can ask you.
Yeah.
Like, say you have your child appointment.
My child what?
Appointment. And then you have a certain very big deal appointment. How do you? And they are like coming at the same, like. Say okay. Let me tell you. Okay, say a company calls you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say your kid tells you.
But now it's different because they
no, now. I'm just saying.
When they were smaller.
No, yeah. Wait.
Oh, okay.
Say you have there was a deal you were looking for, right? You did your everything, and then you get this message from the school that your kid has something they need to do, and then comes in the deal you were looking for comes at the same time.
I go to my child.
Yeah?
I go to my child.
So you'll kill the deal.
Oh, screw the money. Yeah, I go to my child. Oh,
Okay.
no. First and foremost, that's happened quite a few times
Okay.
to me.
Okay.
My kids come first. My kids come first. Oh my God. Before anything else, they come first. I will die for those 2 kids. Like everything that I'm doing now, the foundation is laid on my children.
Okay.
It's like, how are they going to benefit? The company is in their names. The
business.
everything that comes after is all in their names. Nothing belongs to me. It all belongs to them. So I don't operate from a place of, for me, it's all about what they're going to get.
Okay.
I think we don't focus on that enough, just like in general, where I know that we want to leave our kids houses and money and businesses and da-da-da-da-da. And this is all great. But we tend to forget that our kids also need a legacy. You know, they need something where they can build off.
Legacy? Tell me about that. What a kid
What
needs
is
a
legacy? I think legacy means something different to everybody in a certain way. But just in a general perspective, it's basically an amalgamation of all the good stuff that you have learned in this life and that you can pass on to your children. It's like what your children carry on from what you've left.
After you.
You know? But the things that help them carry on.
Yeah.
It's something which is eternal. So
Yeah,
it's going to go from this generation to the next, to the next,
Okay.
to the next.
Define success.
Define sexist?
Success. What's
Success.
Oh, success?
Whoa.
I thought you said sexist.
Wow.
I was like, okay, let's go.
Hell no. No. I mean, we don't go there.
I don't mind going there.
We
You
don't
guys
go there.
are having serious conversations.
Okay.
Define success. I think for me, is for my kids to be happy. I think then I've done a good job.
So don't be
It's got
happy.
nothing to do with money. Yeah.
You don't wanna be happy. You just wanna.
I want to be
happy.
I want to have. I don't think happy is something that you can be all the time. I think happy is something you have to work on.
Can you be happy all the time though?
No, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
I don't think you can be
Days
happy
change.
all the
Days
time
change.
because life is like that.
Comme ci, comme ça.
Comme
ci, comme ça.
Life. One day we are sad. The next day we are happy.
Yeah.
But it's also a choice. Are you gonna make a choice to be in a bad mood every single day, or are you gonna make a choice to feel good? So I think success for me is. Somebody asked me the other day. They were driving me to the airport, and they were like, "How do you want to be remembered when you die?" And I said, very controversially, because I was in America, I said, I definitely don't want to be remembered for working too hard. I don't want that to be my legacy. I don't. I want my legacy to be that I made people feel good. I want my legacy to be that my kids are happy. I want my legacy to be that I was kind. I want my legacy to be that my children, you know what I'm saying?
You did all the right thing for your family.
That's what I want my legacy to be. I don't want to be, oh, Abby, she worked so hard. Oh, she was always busy. Oh, no, that's not real life.
That's a good thing.
You know,
That's
for
a
me
good thought.
anyway.